Man, what's good? What's good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raiders Rebel from Raiders Unleashed, back with a live review. Today's game, San Francisco 49ers, Las Vegas Raiders, ended in a tie, 24-24. Our head coach decided to kick a field goal with 21 seconds left on the clock, which we definitely could have at least had another pass or two. I mean, you can't tie in the preseason, but we ended in a tie. Star standouts, obviously, if you watch the game, there's no question. Tyreek McAllister definitely deserves a spot on this roster. The man was an absolute freak of nature out there with the ball in his hands. Had a punt return for a touchdown, 82 yards, I do believe. Also had a nice 36-yard, amazing off balance grab. Still kept his balance and took it to the house for a touchdown Raiders. Also, Woo Governor wasn't out on the field very much, but I did see him make a couple plays. I think he had two tackles, one assist tackle. So before the game coming up in the preseason, the previous two games, he was tied for first in tackles on the team with none other than superstar Jack Jones. Also, I think Amari Gainer had six tackles, was one underneath him, and Robert Spillane had seven tackles. So those were the leaders on the team in tackles. So Woo Governor, I mean, he hasn't made any big plays, but he has a knack for the ball, and he's continued to show he has a knack for the ball. I think there's a reason he wasn't out there too much. I think he's already a lock for this roster. We shall see. Amari Gainer played the whole entire game out there calling plays for the first time ever as Mike linebacker. So, that was huge. The man was on every single play, nonstop motor. I don't know how many downs he played, but I believe he had 11 tackles. I think a sack. Just absolutely amazing motor. And I think he needs to push for that second linebacker spot. I mean, I don't know about y'all. Let me know in the comments. But the man was just absolutely amazing out there. Like I said, in on every play, great technique, great pass rush, um, running sideline to sideline, running people down, tackling running backs in the backfield. The man was just all over the field and has to be a lock for a roster spot. I mean, there's no question about it. But whose job and who's getting cut? We will talk about that coming up on Monday Night Scrutiny. I don't know if there's going to be any special guests yet, but it might just be me. The first show had Turf. If you missed it, go watch it. Check it out. Turf from the Ultimate Raider Fan 32. Great podcast. So, who else we got? I thought Charles Snowden definitely made some plays out there. Chris Smith. Chris Smith had an interception, made a couple tackles. I thought he got beat on a couple plays. The Camryn Richardson, man, only two tackles out there. Not a great showing for our fourth round pick. And it's looking slim, in my opinion, for the man. Let me know your thoughts. Does the Camryn Richardson make this squad just because he was drafted in the fourth round? Because I think there's UDF players, out there that played a lot better that can make this squad. Also, um, Jaden Grant, I didn't think played very well. I saw him get beat on a whole bunch of plays. Let me know what you think about Jaden Grant. A lot of other content creators been talking him up. People in camp and practice been talking him up, but when he gets out on the field, man, I see him just getting smoked, cooked nonstop. So let me know what you think about Jaden Grant. Is he a lock for this roster? And like I said, make sure you pull up Monday Night Scrutiny, probably 7 o'clock Central Time. We will break down who's going to be a roster, who's not going to be on the roster, who I think is going to be on the roster, who y'all think is going to be on the roster. So pull up, talk Raiders. As always, much love. Just wanted to break down what I thought about the game today. I thought our offense looked very well. I thought the offensive line looked much better. The backups looked much better. I thought the whole team as a whole was much improved. The first half wasn't great, but they started to get into a rhythm. Towards the end of the second half, I thought Peterman played pretty well. I thought Carter Bradley did an amazing job for not getting many snaps with the first or second string in practice. Um, Only handing the ball off 8 times last time. I thought he was well improved. Made some very, very good passes out there. So also rolling out and throwing on the run, I thought he did very good. Very good at faking handoffs. So only look for improvement there. I think he definitely beats out Peterman just because of his youth and his athleticism. But we'll have to see. Stay tuned. So, yep, that's my recap. That's what I think. I thought our run game didn't look bad. Labe with that fumble, I thought probably hurt him a little bit. But before that, he had some pretty good carries. But being a rookie, I don't think, we already thought he was fourth running back on this roster. But I think Britton Brown and Tyreek McAllister. I think Tyreek McAllister, they're trying to keep, on special teams and make a receiver, which I don't understand because with the men's speed and elusiveness, you know, I'd leave him at running back, which leaves the question of how many running backs do we keep? So we'll break that down also on Monday. But that's my recap. I thought this team played very, very well, much better. The defense was much improved. They hung with the 49ers, first string offense for a whole entire quarter and a little bit more. They did pretty good against Brock Purdy, who's a pretty solid quarterback in the NFL, probably top 15 in my opinion. So I thought that was a big plus. But overall, I give it I mean a C plus, maybe a B. There were some mistakes that need to be cleaned up. Coverage just we need a corner, bro. We need a corner. I don't know who we're keeping. If we keep Wu Governor, they need to play him more and see what he's got. We haven't seen much of him out there. They've been talking about Palomalu taking the nickel spot behind Nate Hobbs. So some of these corners need to step up, or I don't know. They might be on the practice squad and somebody might scoop them up. But the way they played in the preseason, bro, I don't know. I don't know who would come and get these guys. So they might be safe on the practice squad and have time to grow. But man, we definitely need to clean up the backfield because if anything happens to the starters or anything stupid, they get sick or anything dumb, the our backfield is just not the same. Maybe those guys will play better, with the ones and having a lot more starters and a lot more knowledge and experience around them. I don't know if that's the case. Hopefully that's the case, but yeah, that's what I seen today. I saw the offensive line, DJ Glaze, looked pretty good. He wasn't out there very long. Dalton Wagner, I thought, held his own. He played a whole lot in the game. And I think he deserves a spot on this roster, in my opinion. Third string, right tackle, or whatever it is. I think we need to keep as many linemen as possible. It's the NFL, and you never know. But I think he deserves a spot on this roster, and I think he will improve with the coaching staff we have around him. So let me know what you think about Dalton Wagner in the comments below. Other than that, we out. Raiders. Much love, family. Peace.